We're here today doing a coastal restoration project, which is really unique and different from most of the projects that Green Corps does. This is unique in the sense that it introduces students to the solution of protecting our coast.
Louisiana loses approximately 24 square miles of coastal wetlands each year. This is one of the fastest rates of wetland loss in the world. This loss affects critical ecosystems and creates social and economic inequalities that not only impact Louisiana, but all areas of the United States that depend on the Mississippi Delta for flood control, navigation, energy production, and seafood production.
We recognize that the challenge of dealing with significant coastal land loss also provides an incredible opportunity. And it provides an opportunity for individuals who have previously been cut off from other opportunities in our state. That to serve, but also gain a career that pays a really high wage, provides benefits, and helps address the problem that we face as a community.
Due to sea level rise and subsidence, or what's referred to as natural sinking, the Mississippi Delta cypress trees are no longer able to naturally regenerate and must be hand planted. One of our biggest barriers to large-scale restoration of Louisiana cypress swamps is a lack of nurseries and trained workforce to plant these cypress seedlings. To address this challenge, Cosmos Energy funded a partnership with Louisiana Green Corps and Common Ground Relief to meet this critical need that intersects climate mitigation, conservation, environmental justice, education, resilience, and direct service. Paid internships are spent working in the Common Ground Nursery and training with Tierra Foundation on coastal restoration and tree plantings at wetland sites in the greater New Orleans region.
It was really to come up with really a workshop about coastal restoration to give students an introduction to what the issues are and then also the solutions that's out there with coastal restoration, and then come up with field experiences to really bring all of that to life.
Today, our communities of colors bear the brunt of the stormwater and subsidence damages and are most at risk to climate change. This same population is least exposed to the natural coastal environment.
For so many of our students, even though this is right in their backyard, this is really the first time that they're being introduced to this environment, but they're also being introduced to the problem, which is massive, that our state faces in terms of losing significant amounts of wetland.
For me, personally, it means a lot because my family was caught in Hurricane Katrina. I wasn't. So to be able to be a part of something that will stop that from happening again is very important, and it feels good to give back to the community that I'm a part of as well.
I just did not realize how close the swamp was to the actual city. I didn't know anything about wetland restoration, honestly. I had no idea what was going on out here. And then Green Corps introduced me to the environmental aspect and got us out here.
Today we were checking on the growth of previously planted trees, and we were updating and taking data on whether or not they had grown any, their current height, and or whether or not they were alive.
And the reason we planted these plants in the first place was to help with the flooding. So most of the flooding would come into this area, and it would stop it from really hitting and destroying the city.
The trees absorb the water that comes in from the storms. These are natural levees instead of man-made ones. It's very fulfilling to know that I had a hand in trying to save my environment, even just my local environment where I live. I actually got in the dirt and got my hands dirty. I'm thankful for it, and I'll take this experience with me wherever I go from here on.
Well, I've been doing this work for a long time, and I believe that Green Corps is really unique in the sense that we are really bringing the green sector in a very practical way to students so that they can really become knowledgeable about the space and it doesn't seem so foreign to them.
We know that Louisiana has a unique and unprecedented opportunity to address both economic and social inequality through massive coastal protection, through reducing our flood risk, but we have to do it in a collaborative and strategic way. And we believe that Green Corps is part of that overall solution to this opportunity, and this project today represents one example of that. but we know that much more has to be done to allow students to gain access to the type of skills they need, as well as gain access to the type of jobs and opportunities that are available to them to make our state the type of place we all know it can be.